Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Modded Megaquarium. Today I'm not fully sure exactly what I want to do. I've been watching this playthrough for a while. I've added in the coffee machines back here because I took those out last episode, and I've added in a couple of bins back here as well because we do need some at this side of the aquarium. But where do we go from now? I think I do want a corner tank around about here and a corner tank around about there. And that will pretty much do for the foyer. But I do think this is getting a little bit clustered now as well. I think what I want to do today is actually try and work out some designs for moving on. What we can do with the new corner tanks, what we can do with the U-shaped tanks, and now that we've got a lot of money, we can actually properly sandbox some of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a new place over here. So I'm going to extend all of this out. I'm going to extend this out to the maximum size that it can be over here. I'm just going to pause the game just there so that I can then put that back across there and all of this back to there. Just so that they are all penned in there and we've got this place to work in here. And I think this is where I want to spend most of today's episode, actually, just having a look through, see what designs we can do with these. And in the campaign, I think I did go through a couple of the things with these U-tanks. These U-tanks, you can't actually change the size of them at all. We've just got a message there. I've got 5 messages. We have... Oh yes, I took a couple of the moray eels out so that the others could grow. So we've got those leveled up there. And Oliver's leveled up will increase your fixing. And Rachel has leveled up will increase your feeding. Wonderful. Rank 10 feeding. So yeah, these U-tanks. So let's just put one of them in there. And I think we did this like this last time. So I'll show you the design if you haven't seen my my campaign series. Go back and watch it. It is quite good. I think I did quite well with a fair few of the levels there. But we did try and work out some layouts for these different types of tanks, and this is one of them, so that you've got some space here. We've got maximum showroom back here basically, and then we put in walls there all the way around here at the back, and then something along the lines of this. And what this means is that you can put members of staff into this central section and they will just take care of everything which is in here. Now, one thing I haven't tried, and I do kind of want to try now, and I can do this in this little area here. No, none of the people are going to be able to get to it, but that's okay. And we're just going to grab something. I'm going to call it, say, just one of these common cuttlefish. And we're going to put him in there. And we're going to see what we need to do for this. So we can go for a, say, one of these mega heaters just there. And we can go for a chiller, mega chiller, just there. Now, is that going to feed it all? That is going to feed it all. So we just need a few rocks, so we'll grab some rocks like that, and we're going to need some sand eels. Now what I don't know, what I'm interested in, is will a visitor door here allow us to be able to feed stuff through here? Will the staff be able to open this visitor door to be able to get to this tank to be able to feed them from in here? That is what I'm interested in. So we can have a look at... there is another way of doing this that I have thought of as well, which would work if we turn these around. But I want to try this one first. So if we get, say, what's this? This is sand eels. So we'll go for, it is in here. Go for sand eels and we'll place that just there. Now this is saying there's no route between, so maybe this won't work. However, if I I want to turn this around properly. If I just move these ones over to there for now, I want to turn this around, do that. I want to move this, move that to there, move that to there. In fact, we will remove both of those and we will call it 2 staff doors there, because that means they can go out and be able to feed them. So now we still don't have access to sand eels. Interesting. We should... Oh, no, I know why it is. It's not because of that at all. It's actually because there's no member of staff in here. So maybe we will be able to do this after all. If we go for somebody who I know can feed, probably somebody who is currently feeding. Somebody else can do your job for now. So we will grab you. We will place you inside here. Who are you? You are Jamila. Very good. Now, how is this going to work? Right, yes, you can... You are now working. So let's let you go out and do that. That obviously works. We know that would work. And that will be okay for some of the stuff we need to do. So, if we want to change this around, we'll probably have to go to the next day to be able to do this. And we turn this back around to there. And then we move this back in. How is this going to work? Are they going to be able, on the next day, to be able to feed this one? And you're going to need some fixing as well. My idea is that there will be one member of staff to deal with everything in here, in this little pod. So you must be able to feed, and you must be able to fix. And I think that might be it. I may end up trying to put something right. No, beginning of the next day there is no route to sand eels. Okay, so we will get rid of that. So now there is access, and you are going to feed them. Wonderful. So let's put in, instead of the staff doors, let's put in some of my visitor doors, and come the next day, will they be able to go through this visitor door, which is right up next to the tank, to be able to feed the fish? And that's my main test. See whether these visitor doors have a new hidden objective with them, a new hidden thing that you can do with them. I'm interested to find that out. So we'll wait for the next day. Just rolling around now. And no, you can see now there is no access to the sand eels. So what we will have to do is once again move all of this just over to there. We will have to do it this way. And we will move these back into position. There and there. And now this should be able to be working fine. Yeah, it is. Excellent. So we know that we have a way of doing it. It's not a perfect way of doing it, however it does mean that we can actually reduce the size of this down a lot. So we know that all of this works. So let's get rid of all of this, and we'll destroy that fish as well. And I need to get rid of all of this as well. And again, this is just making sure that we know exactly what we're doing from now on. Working out a couple of different designs and the best way of doing things. And then we want to move you back into there. You can go off and do your stuff, whatever you want to do. Got a couple of things here. Red leg hermit crabs for sale. They are crustaceans of size 4. However, they are size 8. Okay, so we could actually maybe put these in. There's 7 of them. Wow, okay. Where would these be able to go? How much is in this one? And they would go in here nice and easily. However, this place here, you have our epaulet shark. Our epaulet shark will eat size 6. So they will go into here. We're on size 46 out of 100 at the moment. Or in here, we only have a bamboo shark in here. And this will eat up to size 6. So we can actually put them in with this guy here. Let's do that. We haven't done one of these for a while. So we'll go for them. We'll grab all of these and we'll see if this is gonna actually like it. We need a little bit more rock. So can we put any more rock in there as it stands? No, it's quite a shame actually, because I do quite like what's going on here. What I will do though, I think, do we have the medium live rocks yet? No, we don't. So we can go for we need another 6, so we need 2 of these really. So we can put a big one there, and now we need 3. So we can go for, I suppose we could actually just do one there and one there, and that would fix it. It's a little bit too uniform for me at the moment. But we'll see how that works and whether any of them end up dying off. Hope they don't, but you never know. If we give them a fully grown common lobster, they will give us 2 fish-eating anemones. It's okay, but not great for now. Don't particularly want them yet. Lump sucker observation request. I think we will sort this out next episode. That will be our next episode there. So, this episode though, we're going back to this. So, what we want to do, and we can do this in pause menu, is have a look at the best way we can put as many of these things in, like, I mean, we could do them, I mean, we could, it'd be super cheesy, but we could do that. That would be super cheesy, because then we would have this space all the way to there, and all the way to there, and so that is the minimum amount of space that these could take up. 4 of these. Now again, what we could do is we could say that we want to have these, say, two away so that everyone's got space around, but we only want 3 of them, so we'll move this one up here for now, and then it would be like that, and we'd have this space here, we'd have all of this cut off like that, and around there, and around there, and around there. Now that gives us a lot of space. It gives us 126 in each tank. Let's take away all this and then just see what this looks like, say from a ground level. And we'll get rid of that, and just for now we will actually get rid of, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Grab another U-tank, place that there. I'll get some staff doors, place them in like that. And so what does this look like from ground level, from a first person view? So we walk in, say from over here, and I really wish I had a sprint. This is what we're greeted with. We do have a view of the doors behind, but that's okay. It's not too bad. So we can come out to here. We can see all the fish around here, and then over here we could actually have something going behind, so that there is a walkway behind. Let's just see how that would work, because we're still going to need the pumps in here. And this, at the moment we couldn't do this, but we need to wait for the next level just for now. But say if we had a large pump in the middle, rather than one of these, that would be 3 across rather than 2 across. We're just going to put that on in there for now so that it can fit down. So then we would have in, say, something like 2 megas across the back there. We would probably have 2 of those, like that, and then something like a... Next time we'll have the larger version of this. So that will be our pump setup for all 4 of these. It will mean we'll want to push them one further back actually as well, won't it? So we won't quite want it exactly like this. Which again is a bit of a shame, because it means that we can't what am I saying? Yeah, we can't have 2 pumps in here. We can only fit 1 pump in like this. So again, I don't think that would work either. So again, we'll get rid of all this. We need them spread out further than that. And it's good to start with a nice clean palette before we get anywhere. So let's have a look, instead of the U-tanks, at these corner tanks. If we bring these out to the full extent, they are 7 by 7. So if we bring these out to their fullest extent, something like that, we've got a nice decent space in the middle here. They will want to be further apart though. So if we move these back to be 1 apart, how does this look? That gives us an okay amount of space. We can have a small... no, because we're still going to need the same amount of stuff in here. These are 116, so they are slightly smaller than the U-tanks. And if we bring these out so that they are 2 away from each other, like that, that gives us even more space. I think these would be best, actually, being something like, if we have them in the corners of a room, something like this, gives us access. We would need a staff room back here, and so this would be our staff room for this room, and we'd actually probably need something back here as well, or maybe back here, and that may be able to do both of these if we push it right up. And then you could have, say, these small podium tanks. Can we have these? Ah, it's a shame, and not quite. So we could actually have them something like that. So we'd do that. And then in the middle, I hate to be the same as everything else, but maybe something like that, and that could be 1 room. And that is 1 very symmetrical square, and that would then be modular. If we can work out something which is modular, then we can draw a full-size box, call that a room, and then draw exactly the same thing. So what we actually want, again, getting rid of all of this, we're going to want somewhere to call a backstage for each of these rooms. So let's say that for each of these, we're actually going to have, say, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think a 7 might be okay. So we'll draw like that. So then we have our staff room and we have our main shop floor. So with these, I suppose we could then do 2 of those across the back. We could do that. But it doesn't make any sense to do that because the staff have got to come out into this room anyway. And so this would be one zone. So the staff which are controlling this will only control the things in this zone. So let's say we want 2 staff doors, one on either side, to give us the best access we can. And then we will try and build around that. So do we want some of the wall tanks? So if we take this out now, just down to there. If we then say we want a deep wall tank, and then that can go like that. We can get another one. And again, it's not quite. That is, again, a real shame. So we can do something along those lines at the back there. And that doesn't give us enough space back here to actually fit stuff. So we would want these actually probably about here. Now these can be further back, but I do like to have these fairly flush. Can bring them to there. So what would we need now? That would give us enough space back here just to be able to put the stuff in for this. But I'm still not sure whether it would be enough space. I think we'll have to deal with that when we get to it. I'm going to need your help with this. I think what is the best design that you can come up with by drawing a full-size box, and you can do this in Sandbox mode. Draw a full-size box like this, and then build this out to be a modular design. So we need staff area, and we need this to be pretty much fully self-sufficient. So we need areas for all of the pumps and all of the stuff which we're doing in here. Everything fitted inside one maximum size box there. And what I think I'm going to try and do is build many of these maximum size boxes to be a single room, to be a single theme, and to have different types of fish in there. So we'll have one maybe as a Belfast tank room. So we've got these Belfast tanks. Now all of this doesn't have to be the maximum size. I'm just bringing it out to the maximum size because that's what I'm used to doing. But it doesn't have to be at all. So say we could have 2 Belfast tanks there, one which would be kind of there, and then we could even have another one maybe there, and then the staff would be able to walk into that. So we could do something like that, or we could have this one over the other side, say. And so what are your designs for these kind of rooms? This maximum size box, fit as much as you can in there, or as little as you can, make it as decorative as you can. Different designs, different textures on the walls and the floors, different floor layouts, different mosaic designs maybe, something like that. Be as imaginative as you can. And I will hopefully go through those in the next few episodes. Hoping to get a few responses on this because I'd really like to have your input on this. I know I've got a fair amount of support with this series so far. I've been reading your comments, I've been reading your feedback that people have given me on Discord, on Twitter, and on YouTube itself, and it's been really positive. I've been really enjoying doing this series as well, so I want to try and get your input into all of this and try and build some of your designs, get your designs fully engrossed within this building as well. I want this to be our project basically. I did kind of similar in Minecraft, where I incorporated some people's builds into my designs, and it worked amazingly. We've managed to build some amazing stuff in the past, and I want to bring that kind of community design aspect to this as well. However, I think that has been me rambling on for too long with this game on pause. I'm going to let it run on for a while between episodes, and this is where we are going to depart this episode. So I hope you have enjoyed today, just seeing some of the kind of design aspects and working out what kind of space we need and all of that. So it's been a bit of a different episode today because I haven't really wanted to do much more to this without an idea of where we're actually going towards and what we can actually do to make this better rather than just bigger, essentially. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time.